Hello there everybody, this is Sam the Thomas Fan 2 back at it again with another review. And today I'm actually glad that I got this review uploaded because today is Super Bowl Sunday, baby! Yes, well, aside from that, for today's review I wanted to take you all back to the good old days of when the world was the 19th century. Now you may be asking yourselves, why would we do that? Well, because today's review is going to be on an engine that was built during the beginning of Steam. Today we'll be taking a look at the 2002 Ertl version of Neil. Neil is based off a Nielsen 040 box team that was made by the Nielsen and Company Works in Glasgow, Scotland around 1856, which is where I'm assuming he got his name from. His introduction and only introduction began when he was featured in the 20th Railway Series book, Very Old Engine in the first story, Crosspatch. In this story, he became friends with Skarloey after helping him onto a flatbed to take him to his new home, the pre-Skarloey Railway. Along the way, Neil mentions to Skarloey that he must put some ore into the trucks, because like all of the railways, they're certainly going to be misbehaving.
What a surprise.
Shut up! Anyway, aside from that one line, he made quite a few cameo appearances in the book, though some of us are assuming that the other appearances were from his brothers, Clive and Matthew. Renditions of their appearances have been made in Soda Island 3D, though if you are a Trains user and want to get those models, I'm sorry to say that the site has been taken down due to the reasons that will be found in the description below. But enough about that, let's get back to the model here. The Ertl rendition of Neil was first released in 2002 and was discontinued in 2004. What's special about him is that he is one of the very few items released in the UK, and having him makes him constantly rare on some occasions. For one, aside from the fact that he has standard UK couplings, the coupling system is painted silver instead of red. This may have been a factory error, or some people who worked on this may have been lazy and just decided to go with it. Another interesting factor is that Neil's wheelbases is somehow rescaled somewhat accurate, that when placed on Bachmann/Hornby Age of Scale track, he fits perfectly like some of the few Ertl products I have, which I'll go over later hopefully. The model has a rather stunning green paint on him, and although there's not much molding detail on him, it's rather short and simple. You can also place a Lego figure into his cab, that way you can have him perform as a driver, which also is what the TWR version has similar to the Ertl. This model may be spot on, though there are only two flaws that I've been able to find. For one, his face doesn't look as grand as I hoped it would be. I mean, to me, I think they may have just rushed this one in the process of the design. The same goes to the font design on both sides of the model. It isn't the correct amount of style as I hoped it would be. Also, I may not be a Railway Series enthusiast myself, but I just had to say it. If they had taken much needed time to work on the faces and fonts more than just slapping random designs on them, here's how I would have done it. I would have just used the design of the face from the TWR model, as well as adding the fonts on the promotional artwork or the Ertl promo to make it stand out more. But that's my only perspective after all. So how does this item fare in my opinion? Well, for it being one of the smallest Ertls in the collection, it really has outstanded me in a way. Overall, this item has some spot-on moments. The texture design looks great on him, the molded decal looks amazing, especially the open cab design, and aside from the two flaws, his Ertl appearance has some excellent use in your collection. For that, I give Neil an 8.5 out of 10. But anyways guys, this has been another great review here. Thank you all for watching, and be on the lookout for the next review. Until then everybody, I'll see you guys next time.
So you're bound for the wee railway. Ye must put some order into those trucks. Even they make you'd hardly believe. I didn't like the sound of that, but I was too tired to say anything.